a very warm welcome. You're watching Music's Live. I'm Kitty Behal with you. You are live with us on Facebook, and this is Anuja Kapur with me, who's a renowned psychologist. She's a social activist and a criminal lawyer also, and a lot to add to her profile. Okay, so Air India has recently come up with a proposal wherein they have stated that they'll be reserving 6 seats for women, and women can take those 6 seats, and it will be a lot easier for them. That is what Air India has stated. It will be more comfortable for the women out there. So Anuja Kapur is there with me, and I'm going to ask her what is her take on that. What do you think about this new move that Air India has taken up?
I think as I googled, I could see some statement which was coming up that Air India was declared as the third worst airline in the world by an aviation. So don't you think this is a publicity stunt for catching up all the revenue system? So definitely we know that the Air India is not catching up with all the other airlines. So this is a one publicity stunt, and you know how even in the market when we go, so they would be, if you are going not good on the revenue, you would always ask and you would open up stores which are related to the women and children, because they are the ones who are the potential buyer. So something which has come up is like giving something to the to the audience so that they can give you more of incentive. So I find this is more of a publicity stunt as they were going on the rating, because this came definitely after, and this revenue management Meenakshi Malik, she somehow said that this is a comfortable and a safety zone it would be, where the women would be going really happy looking into it, and that is going to be an issue. But I think it is very gender specific. This should not be done. This can hurt the other gender. I don't understand why do we gender sensitize this kind of topics. I think passenger seats are for everybody. It should not be categorized. Next time you would be putting it for the disability. Then next time you would be putting it for only for the children. What come, if every flight is booked and those 6 seats were not full, and I am suffering, me being a male, I am suffering from something, and I want to sit and I want to go desperately, I want to fly. Would you be giving me those seats from that 6 seats? Why are you blocking the seats unnecessarily just for the revenue? This is a very big question.
Like the way you're telling me that it is a publicity stunt, or it is just a gimmick that Air India, that they have come up with this proposal. Do you really think it is going to help Air India to boost its revenue or something like that?
Boost? They're already in the news. Aren't you and me are talking on this issue? Aren't we dedicating a show on them? So people would say, Anuja ji, you're not feminist. It's not about being feminist. It is about being a constitutional right too. Why would you block? There are a lot of quotas, how the things are happening. Why do you want to create more of a misunderstanding in this issue? Why? Why blocking seats? There are many other ways you could have gifted them. Blocking a seat is stupidity. They should have thought about it. It is in the need of an hour. You can't give safety. There's so many issues which are going on air. Rather giving them providing with the safety, you're giving them the passenger seat. There are molestations, I think. I think there was an Air India situation where a person was being molested. The Air India steward was being molested.
The girl was moved actually after that. This move has come up, but Air India has also said that this move is actually aimed at ensuring the safety of women. Do you think it is going to be beneficial for women, or provide them that comfort that Air India is expecting?
What comfort are you talking, Kitty? There is no comfort. They can't provide safety measures to their own colleagues. What comfort are they talking? They're just executing it only for the revenue, for the publicity. They're not bothered about anything. They will go, they're just trying to generate something. I don't feel it was in the need of an hour to do all this thing. They want to trying to get a soft corner. So minute they will be say, I'll be calling my husband, please can I take Air India? Why? Because how pubs even? You can get the girls' night, ladies' night. Why do they do that? You know how it is. It is like because there is so much competition in the market, and they want to encash that competition. So what they do is they give you free. They give you something free. This is not an offer. This is stupidity.
You think this is a publicity stunt?
Of course, this is a publicity stunt, and I know. I think her again. I would quote her name: Revenue Management, Meenakshi Malik. She knew about this. It's just this. They have come up with the idea because of this. 500 sources have said that and complies that the Air India was declared as the third worst airline. I sat in Air India. I from that onwards, I'm telling it on air. I started going flying on Vistara. I'd rather take Indigo and Jet rather than taking an Air India. You know what kind of problem they face is their seats are of cardboard. You are sitting all the way like this. The food is pathetic. Then the minute the taxi comes to a stop, they switch off the ACs. So much of a crowd, and then the people are just switching off the ACs and they're just standing, and the people are haphazardly talking about it. Air India is a government flight. The things are not moving properly. It's dirty.
But you think something else could have been done? I mean, some other sort of facility could have been provided rather than coming up with such a move. I mean, some people are actually welcoming it, but some people are also against it, saying it is not going to ensure women's safety and it is not going to be beneficial for women. Something else could have been done. Some other facilities could have been provided, not on a gender basis that they have come up with.
That's what I'm telling you. You know, this is never about a safety. They are just fooling around. This was never about the safety. This was always a publicity stunt from the side starting. If they would have been concerned about the safety of the women, how come the women are being penalized? How come sexual harassment is happening in their own industry, in their own organization? How this is happening? Why the women are suing the people around? Why this is so much of, if they were too much good about it, they should have taken care of their safety at that very minute. Of course, the offer is there everything. Why all the airlines have not done this kind of a thing? It is not that they didn't have an idea.
It is. You think if one airline has come up with such an idea, maybe others can also follow too?
Again, I would say blocking a seat is not the right thing to do. It is there where people are talking about. It is not an issue which has to be taken care. It is where people has to understand that taking anything free would create more of an havoc. And the passenger, these taxis are for the emergencies. Sometimes you really need to go, you are blocking the seat, you are creating an havoc. You will create more problem. Why then, why men? Why men should not have a seat? Why women only? No, this is not this, and then the disability will, now what they have started, they have created a problem. They have started creating a quota. This is going to create a havoc in the industry again. And see, many other airlines will oppose this. This is going to come as an opposing problem. They could have done this. Everything is, the airline could have done it by itself. They could have upgraded their own system.
So you're saying that the airline should have rather invested in
of course, in taking care of the seats. I have stopped going to Air India. Ask what anybody else will do. I have stopped going to Air India. I could not. Once I went and I said I will not go. Because I started shifting.
Many people,
would you go? Would you go? Even if they give me a seat, ask me in this way, ma'am, you are getting a seat. Please fly with me. After this, they give me a call. Ma'am, I'll give you a business seat. Sit in Air India and we'll be taking care of you.
So you think this publicity stunt is not going to work?
It is a very big publicity stunt and it is a failure. It will not go, and they should not be doing it. They should be taking care of their own areas where they could have upgraded the stuff around and they would have taken care of it, and they should have seen that why people are not coming. They should have taken a feedback. They should have seen why it has been considered as the worst airline rather than giving something for free. Please, nothing comes for free. I am ready to pay you more, but give me that comfort zone. It is not about safety, it is about being comfortable. Why do they misunderstand the comfortable thing with the safety?
But yeah, there is also this viewpoint that, reservation or maybe seats, reservation of seats is provided in metros, and even in some movie halls also it has started that, there are separate seats for women that are provided. So some take it this way that, this might help women, that, they have this specific, they have it in metros, they don't have to fall prey to the men who are there in the other compartments, okay? And then earlier it used to happen, they used to have a lot of trouble, they had to travel all together, but now this has reduced to a a larger extent. Don't you think this can apply to airlines as well?
Look, again I would say, this is what you're doing is you're telling me that I'm weak. Telling a woman that she's a weak personality is not a good way. Let her handle the situation and go on. I'm sorry, I'm putting this in this way because I don't consider myself weak. Why I need to jump it on and tell? Why would I take something for free when I am capable? Why would I even ask my boss to give me something for free? When I am capable, I have my own standards. I am sorry, I will fight for it and I'll go and sit there. Because of these stupid laws sometimes, you know what happened is, it is not that I'm saying generally, not every woman would do that, but yes, there are women who are taking an advantage of the laws and penalizing the men also. Please consider that area of too. Don't you think this will bring a bad taste in the psyche of the women?
You're a criminal lawyer as well, and
yes.
you are a psychologist as
yes.
well. I think you understand these matters
yes.
Quite well. So, what do you think? As if I talk about psychology, how do men take it? What do you think? How are they going to take it? This decision that has come up.
Being a woman, I'm not taking it nicely. Being a woman, I'm not taking it nicely. You are demeaning me. You are demeaning me. How come we just understand how a man is going to take it? Why did you brought a man and a woman in this? Why not we can just be a passengers? Ensure the safety of the passenger rather than ensuring the safety of just the women. This is what Air India is talking about. Why not ensure the safety of the whole passengers? Why not you take the quality standard to be taken up? Why are you putting your mind on these stupid things?
So what you are saying is that this is entirely a misogynist behavior or something like that?
Definitely. I told you, this is again a publicity stunt. And this is a big failure which should be coming up and should not be supported by the people around. 6 seats will not help you women. They are not going to help you. Even that 6 seat will create a lot of havoc. Please don't go for something free because nothing comes free in life. What you should be doing is you are not weak and you should not be demeaned by this. You should earn your areas. Like this, don't take for quotas. We are very well educated women. We can handle our own areas. Asking for a quotas in everywhere is not a good idea. I think, why not? Why women? Then what about your children? So shouldn't they be given your seats? Would you be given then? Something is an emergency with your dad. Why women? Maybe your husband, your brother, your father, your son needed to fly, and that seat was being kept for you, and you were in. What would you have done? Don't get into this. Please oppose this. I would say that.
If people are falling for it, I mean, do you think, people actually, they really would want to get some incentives or like some sort of this facility that Air India has come up with? They're providing a reservation of 6 seats for women. People actually fall for it sometimes.
They fall for it. Why? Because free is a good thing.
Yeah.
But they should understand there are hidden charges. There are hidden complexities. Please go for your comfort zone for whole of your family. Don't divide your family. Please don't go and divide your family. 6 seats will not help you. If it is a very big bogie or I think it's a big area, 6 seats will not help you. What about the other women? So what we need is, we have to understand that we don't have to shout we are equal. We are equal. Don't get this thing in your mind. Work for it, and they should also work for it. Go for the comfort zone. Go for the quality standard. Don't wait for all of these things to be given up to you.
Right. We also have to see it through this point of view that this is not some private airline that has come up with this idea. This is a government-run airline. So you think mindset has to change, right? Something, I mean, from beneath, from the root has to change. The mindset needs to change for this.
It is, what I feel is, it is not about only the government or private thing. It is basically upon the patriarchal, thing which the people are talking about. It is, when we talk about too much of patriarchy, then the women, they start talking about, we create confusion in the society. let's raise up children. Let's not raise up boy and girl. Understand? So this is what we need to do that. Let's come as passengers and sit. Let's not come as man and a woman. Because we are coming from a family where it is a joint family. Why anybody else should be dividing us and create a problem with us so that we keep on understanding on that. Let's not ask them to break us up. I would again say, please don't take anything which comes in free. Either it would be an expiry, it would not be in a good quality. Why somebody is giving you something for free? Please understand this. After the banning of the 1,000 rupees note, even rickshaw wala was taking that 1,000 rupee note for free. Because he knew what is the value of stuff is. Understand your value. So this is what is my humble request to all the women. I am not favoring you or going against you. I am just saying what is the truth, what is my viewpoint. So this is what I feel. So you should be able to understand between what the people are playing a divide and a rule. Don't do that, because you must be one woman in the family. There would be 4 men. One day you would be in trouble and these 4 men would like to take that seat and you would not be able to give them.
So that's what you're telling, that we should not be falling to the free incentives or something like that the airlines or any other companies, if they come up with. We should actually see what actually benefits are, or if it is actually going to ensure the safety of women. That has to be seen. Thank you very much for coming with us and being with us on live on Facebook. Thank you very much.